Joining us this morning to deliver an executive health scoring spotlight, the president and CEO of Dacadoo, Peter Ohnemus.
So, good morning, everybody. I can't see all of you because of the light, but I'm a Swiss-American Danish CEO who sold his previous company that was rating the world's 4,000 largest public quoted companies based on their sustainability. So you may ask, why am I telling you this boring introduction? Because human beings are like companies. We create data signals 24/7, and you can actually benchmark those data signals. So I had a dream, and that was about 5 years ago. I sold my previous company to Thomson Reuters, and then I was like, what am I going to do next? I have 5 beautiful daughters, and I was concerned about that nobody moves anymore, and that obesity is just becoming a standard part of society. It is politically incorrect to be a smoker, but it's absolutely okay to be obese. And I am myself not a skinny person. But the problem is that we are destroying our global healthcare system that we developed after the Second World War. So basically, what I'll be talking about today is health scoring and lifestyle navigation. We founded the company in 2010 in Switzerland. We are global. We have users in 40 different countries around the world. We run the world's largest data set of healthcare. We have over 100 million man-years of clinical data in our system. We have 4 of the world's leading healthcare professors that are challenging our health score every quarter. The health score is a number from 1 to 1,000. If you are 1, you are clinical dead. It's time to cancel your AT&T subscription. And if you are 1,000, there would be a hole in the roof, and we would all look like Superwoman or Superman. We have some of the world's largest healthcare operators as our clients. So Nuffield, the largest healthcare operator in England, we built their complete health score system. We have AOK, Europe's largest health insurance company with 24 million clients. Stamina, the largest healthcare operator in Scandinavia, owned by the Norwegian Oil Fund. I don't think Samsung needs any mentioning. Swiss Life is a very important partner because Swiss Life underwrites over 300 million lives worldwide. So you can imagine how important for them it is to get the right health score for their clients. We took the TIE 50 in Silicon Valley. That's the highest innovation of technology award in Silicon Valley. And we won the 2nd prize at the European Healthcare Award System. Now, the reason why I am very excited about what's going on in the industry is healthcare expenses will double over the next 10 years. This is according to the World Bank. So when you look at it, we are building a system that is already bankrupt, that will double its expense with no outcome. In any other economy, it would be criminal. So you basically run a $7.2 trillion healthcare infrastructure with no outcome. And that, I thought, that's a challenge. I started programming at a very young age. I was one of the guys behind Sybase, which most Americans would know. So I've been dealing with big data. I hate the word. I think it's a fashion word. But I think it's very important that we understand what's going to hit us. Today in America, we have 27% obesity. That's going to grow to 35%. Ladies and gentlemen, already with 27%, we have a healthcare system which is completely bankrupt, which is about 18 to 19% of the GDP of this country. Europe is no different. The European politicians, they love to say, yeah, we are 11, we are 12%. But it's completely a joke because a lot of it is OTC, over the counter, etc. So obesity and overweight inactivity would be the biggest threat of the healthcare system that you and I know today. In England, National Health Services, that's the largest single healthcare system in the world, budget of over $100 billion just for this NSH. And here you have the CEO. You can see he isn't exactly smiling. And he's saying, I'm broke. I don't know how to pay my bills. And now listen to this. If you look at the baby boomers, that's going to double over the next 10 years. We're going to see the obesity increase with 30%, meaning new hips, meaning new heart, meaning new eye set, etc. So the system's going to be even more broke. The consumer has adapted digital. The healthcare system worldwide, this is from Mary Meeker, who is the queen of the internet, partner at Kleiner Perkins. The consumer has accepted mobile. I mean, I would be surprised if there's anyone in this room today who doesn't have a mobile phone. But the healthcare sector, according to McKinsey, is less than 5% digital. Less than 5% digital. So we run the world's largest industry on paper, old analog files, not interconnected, and you in the room are not allowed to see your own healthcare data. So basically, Goldman Sachs wrote a very big report. If you haven't read it, I strongly encourage you to read it. And I'm not a client of Goldman Sachs or have any equity in Goldman Sachs as a legal disclaimer. But Goldman Sachs said the health revolution is coming to America. And we all know the US healthcare system. I spend about 50% of my time in North America. They can get sued, by equity holders if that doesn't happen. So basically, they're talking about a revolution. And in the English language, a revolution is something very strong. So basically, we may assume that digital and mobile is finally coming into the industry. The reason that I'm excited is I hate technology, but I love to make technology simple. So basically, Google, Apple, Samsung, you name it, they're all moving into healthcare. And they're all producing little small nano sensors that you can't even see with the eye. So one of the few sensors, I teach innovation at a university, and these kind of sensors, this here is a pill cam. So this normally, that you swallow, it would cost about $1,000 in a hospital. These devices will cost less than $100. So basically, we can take, this is another one that tests cholesterol, in real time on your smartphone, etc. So these devices, they would take away 80 to 90% of the operating cost that you know today. We call it the WIBO, meaning the wireless body. Your body would create the energy, and then, of course, there would be sensors sending signals. But does a consumer understand health? Does a consumer want to have 3,500 biosignals per second? No. So you need something that is relevant to your life. You need to measure the mess. And I really mean the mess, because your body is a huge power plant creating all different kind of signals. As I'm walking forward and backwards here, my temperature is increasing, my heartbeat is going crazy. You all know the feeling, and I slept really good, but apart from that, no. So basically, you want to measure those body signals and put that into something that has relevance to your life. So basically, the world's largest library is a software company. The world's largest transportation company is a software company. The world's largest marketing company is a software company. And I bet you today that in 5 to 7 years, the world's largest healthcare operator will be a software company. So start thinking about the perspectives of what has happened in any other industry. I was at the Global CEO Forum in San Francisco last week. And the CEO of JP Morgan said, 5 years ago, I didn't even have $1 of revenue in mobile, and now 51% of my global revenue for JP Morgan, the #1 bank in America, is mobile. So think about what's going to happen to the healthcare sector. And I tried to put it down in a nice foil here. So whole America goes completely banana about Uber, $52 billion pre-money valuation even before an IPO, because it's about on demand. When you look at the healthcare, last year in America, it was a $2.7 trillion industry. It would become a $3 trillion industry, and that will become on-demand based to a certain level. But look at it, less than 1% today is mobile and on-demand. We believe at Dacadoo that about 40 to 50% will become on-demand, digital, etc. So you can imagine the disruption that is coming over the next few years in the healthcare sector. Now, I believe that healthcare is about context. I believe every one of you in the room, including myself, and I have no medical background, I'm a big data boy. So basically, context is the future drug that will drive this forward. How can we sell somebody a drug treatment or put them in hospital and not measure what we do? If you stay at a 5-star hotel or a 1-star hotel and you get a shitty service, guess what? You put it on the internet immediately. Nobody has any idea about the outcome of the drug, what does it cost, or what did it bring me to stay 4 weeks in the hospital and I just costed $40,000 to the system. So make it context of my life. So engagement is king. We have invented something at Dacadoo that we think is very powerful. We call it the REF factor. It stands for, it needs to be relevant to your life, it needs to be easy to use, and it needs to have a high fun factor. Why do you buy a Fitbit and you throw it away after 2 weeks or 5 weeks, whatever? Because it's not fun. It doesn't have relevance in your daily life. So what we have done is we've not only developed a health score, we have built a complete light artificial learning system that we use for engaging you. And we have patented this together with a health score. We call it the feedback loop. So basically, we want to get people into their lives. It's all about big data, analytics, and engagement. So what is the health score? The health score is based on 100 million man-years of clinical data. It is completely hardware independent and content independent. It's a number from 1 to 1,000 that is totally integrating your life in real time. It's about balance in your life. It's about digital balance in your life. So it's based on Da Vinci's lifestyle principles. You all remember the man with the arms and the legs. So Da Vinci 500 years ago developed our healthcare system as it is today. It's based around your activities, your mental well-being, and your body. So we integrate all medical data. We have a personal health score, we have a company health score, we have a country health score. So it's basically the FICO of healthcare, but completely device independent. And you can integrate, we have integrated already over 40 different trackers, Fitbit, Jawbone, you name it. And we can integrate any medical record system within a week or two. So basically, at Dacadoo, we're a Swiss company. We believe your data is your data. That's why we developed the health score. So we separate the health score from all the medical data. So basically, the health or life insurance companies can, in the future, if the law admits, ask you to opt in to show your health score. In exchange, you get a discount. We call it the something for something economy. Just like a Facebook or a LinkedIn where you share something. But your data is your data. We encrypt all data and nobody has access to your data. So my conclusion, and please let the video start.
Let me introduce you to Dacadoo. Dacadoo is my lifestyle navigator. It tracks my health and well-being and shows me how my fitness is progressing. Ooh, well done me. What should I have for breakfast? I will now. Through Dacadoo's health score, I can monitor a real-time overview of my health. Dacadoo gives me a score between 1 and 1,000, and it helps me understand the key influences affecting my well-being. Oh, come on, I'm going to be late. I better take the stairs then. What? Dacadoo even monitors my stress levels. Ugh. It reminds me when I'm being, well, a bit lazy. Dacadoo doesn't just track my well-being, it has its own fitness activity tracker that can log more than 115 activities. I can also share my health score with my social network. Most of all, it's about making small changes in my life which make me a healthier and happier person. I am feeling fantastic. Thank you, Dacadoo.
So thank you so much, and I hope you are as excited as we are. We believe the future will be outcome-based. It will be about your family. So we have also developed another word that we call bring your own family. So basically, you are part of something special. Please come and see us on the booth 710-1421, And I know it was very busy yesterday, and I'm sure it's going to be very busy today, but please come and see the system. I'm sure you would love it. Thank you so much.